So that's the big reason we're here today. But I think that's where GAO is making the point to all of us that the next time there's one of these, we need to have somebody, perhaps not of your stature, but as close as we can come, there in the months and years preceding it. We now go to the gentleman from South Carolina, Mr. Gowdy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Park, do you agree that there is a difference between an innocent misstatement of a perceived fact and a deliberate attempt to deceive?
Yes.
So do I. When did you first realize that you couldn't keep your health insurance even if you did like it, period?
So again, that's kind of a health policy matter. It's really outside my lane. So
you don't know when you first realized that you couldn't keep your health insurance even if you liked it, period?
I don't recall, no.
Would you agree with me that credibility or the lack thereof in one area of life can impact credibility or the lack thereof in another area of life?
I suppose it could.
In your written testimony, you wrote, as you know, October 1st was the launch date of the new website, healthcare.gov, and I did know that. I just didn't know why. And I'm going to read to you a quote from Secretary Sebelius. She said, and I'll paraphrase it initially, that she was hurried into producing a website by October the 1st because the law required it. Now, I'll read you the direct quote. In an ideal world, there would have been a lot more testing. We did not have the luxury of that with a law that said it's go time on October the 1st. Mr. Park, I don't know what ideal world she's referring to, so I'm just going to stick with the one we're in. What law was she referencing? What law required this website to launch on October the 1st?
I can't really speak for Secretary Sebelius.
I'm not asking you to speak for her. I'm asking you, what law was she referring to? Is there a law that required this website to launch on October the 1st?
Again, and that's a health policy and legal matter. That's not really my...
It's actually a legal question. Do you know if there's a law that requires this website to launch on October the 1st, or do you know whether it was just an arbitrary date that the administration settled on?
I actually do not.
Would you find that to be important, whether or not we really had to go October the 1st, given the fact that we weren't ready to go on October the 1st? Would you find that relevant, whether or not we actually had to launch a substandard product?
Sir, I respectfully, I'm just a technology guy trying to...
Don't short yourself. You're the smartest one in the room.
Well, that's not true, sir.
Trust me, I've been in this room for a while. It is true. There is no law that requires that. So what Secretary Sebelius said was patently false. There is no law that required a go time on October the 1st, but I want to move to another component of her quote. Some of us don't consider testing to be a luxury, but let's assume arguendo that she's right, that additional testing would have been a luxury that would have been nice to have. How much more testing would you have done prior to launching?
So I'm not deeply familiar with the development testing regimen that happened prior to October 1, so I can't really opine about that.
Well, let me ask you this. Because you are the smartest one in the room.
I'm not, sir.
And very good at what you do, where in the heck were you for the first 184 weeks? If you're being asked to fix this after October the 1st, in a couple of weeks, where were you for the first 184 after the so-called Affordable Care Act passed? Where did they have you hidden?
So, sir, in my role at the White House as U.S. CTO in the Office of Science and Technology Policy, I'm a technology and innovation policy advisor, so I have a broad portfolio of responsibilities.
But you're obviously good enough that they brought you in to fix what was broken. It's been called a train wreck. That's not fair to train wrecks. It's been called other things. They brought you in to fix it. Why didn't they bring you in to start it? Why didn't they bring you in to build it? Why are you doing a reclamation project? Why didn't you build it?
I'm part of an all-hands-on-deck effort that's been mobilized across the administration to actually help under Jeff Zients' leadership. In the lead up to October 1, that wasn't part of my role. I was.
When will it be operational to your satisfaction?
Well, we have a goal that the team is pursuing with tremendous intensity.
How many more weeks? Because I'm going to get asked when I go home. I know you can appreciate that. I'm going to get asked, when will it be operational? When will it be as good as it can get? Because you'll concede the first 184 weeks did not go swimmingly. Is it going to be another 184 weeks?
So, sir, I think the honest answer is that there's a team of incredibly dedicated public servants.
I get all that. I'm
That's
looking
working
for a
hard.
number. I'm looking for a number. We can interpret the poem later. I'm looking for a number.
That's working hard to have the site functioning by the end of this month smoothly for the vast majority of Americans. That's the goal.
The gentleman's time is expired. I might stipulate for the record that Mr. Park was at HHS at the time of passage and for that roughly first 2 years. So his expertise does come out of the origins of Obamacare.
Well, my question, Mr. Chairman, was simply if he's good enough to be brought in to fix it after the locomotive has crashed off the mountainside, where in the hell was he for the first 184 weeks when it was being broken? Well, why wait until it's crashed? If he's a savant, and I'm convinced he is, where's he been? I know the Obama girl is missing, but he wasn't. I think they found her, actually, the lady from the website. I think they found her. But where's he been?
The gentleman's time has expired. We now go to the gentleman from Texas.